Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to MindYourCrypto. Today I have an update for Ankr and of course I will analyze, I will price predict, and let's see the squeeze point in front of me. I have the bottom trend line connecting the bottoms and of course the Fibonacci retracement. If you like the content, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button and share. Those are the price labels for our currently resistance level that we are holding here. We sometimes extend, but we are forming new lower highs. As you can see here, that's the top trend line, and of course we need this bottom trend line to maintain this level. We need Ankr to maintain this bottom trend line and of course get into the squeeze point here. We will talk about this later. Right now, this is our major support level, 0.14 cents, around there at 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, or 50%, whatever you like. So right now, this is our major support. We hit this line 0.382, which for the short term was pretty good investment because we hit the bottom. We were in a possible bottom of 0.12, 0.13, around there. It is not necessarily 0.12. Of course, it can be somewhat different. Of course, you know, here can be somewhat different, but I can't always predict the exact support line. It is around its price. So right now, what we need to do is maintaining to this support yellow trend line here, getting this squeeze point, maybe sooner, maybe later, around 14th April, and we will discuss later about what the price will do. Right now, let's see the MACD here. It is going up and down from the signal line, the orange line, up and down. You can see it here, getting those cross moments. We can see these cross moments here where the signal line goes up and the blue line goes upwards as well. We have some semi-bearish, semi-bull situation here, kinda looking like sideways. You can see here the consolidation after hitting the Fibonacci retracement top. You can see here the consolidation. You can see here the big, almost bullish, scenario for Ankr after we hit the bottom here. The blue line turned upwards, and of course now we are doing something like waves. We have waves of the blue line and the signal line going up and down with each other. So we need to wait, to be patient and see. You can see here the big consolidation after this big huge bullish scenario. We hit the top for Ankr against USD. I've already talked about that in my previous videos, why we hit the top and why we are there. And of course right now I'm going to see the potential. Right now we are still holding this yellow line I did in my previous video, and of course we need to hold it for a bit more, not go beyond this line here, because then we might see some further downside, but we will see about Ankr. Right now, let's go to our Ankr against USD in the 4-hour frame for the RSI and the CCI. You can see here, guys, when we approach this top trend line, the commodity channel index goes near the 100. You can see here it extends a bit, then goes back. Commodity channel index is more sensitive to the price. That's why we are seeing these quick ups and downs. But RSI, relative strength index, is more stable. So you can see here, with the same RSI, we had higher price. With the same RSI here, we had higher price. Let me fix that. The same RSI in this moment, at 9th April, we had higher price than this one. At here, 12th April. So what that tells us? That tells us we have lower highs. And we are getting into this squeeze point here that I want to maintain around. Tomorrow we might see an update, and of course we might see what Ankr could do. But right now we are inside the 30 and 70 for the relative strength index, and inside the -100 and the 100 for the commodity channel index. You can see here the clear buying opportunity where the RSI went beyond the 30, and I've made a video around there that I told you guys we will see a pump up on the Ankr, and we saw that. So right now we had the commodity channel index and the relative strength index beyond their bottom lines. We had an oversold situation. Okay, so we want to buy when we see both of these indexes so further down. We want to buy for the really short term, not for the mid term, because if you wanted to HODL, you can see here we are forming lower highs. Okay, so right now let's go to our Ankr against USD in the daily frame. You can see here that we are going sideways, even if the blue line goes beyond the signal line here, even if it has quite some distance, we are going sideways. That's a good scenario for Ankr. That shows us that we hold a strong position. We are in the daily frame, of course, in a more mid-term perspective. Okay, so right now what we are seeing is that we extend the Bollinger Bands top line and then we consolidating when we had this huge high risk, this huge very bullish candle here. You can see here, guys, we reached the drop, then we went back into the Bollinger Bands, the squeeze point where you wanted to buy around here, 2nd March, and of course, not only 2nd March, you can tell you can understand what I mean here, guys. Not only 2nd March, but 7th, 8th as well. You can see here the top line and the bottom line, the distance are very close. It's very close. Okay, so right now we were consolidating a bit, moving along inside the Bollinger Bands, and the Bollinger Bands right now are going closer and closer to each other. That's a good news for, of course, the short term. We don't want the high volatility right now. We need to see the EMAs reach the price, and then we can fuel up the price. Then we can go upwards for the Ankr. But we need to be patient. See, right now the blue line is beyond the signal line and it is going like that, but the price isn't moving. It is due to this particular consolidation, guys. That's why we are seeing such a huge distance, and now we are forming a sideways situation where we might see the blue line again going somewhere like this and then moving upwards or sooner upwards. Okay, it might move sooner upwards and go above the signal line. We will see though about this one. I am not so sure about this. Right now, let's go to Ankr against Bitcoin. We are still standing in this support line. That's good. We might even fall into this support line sitting at 0.6 or 5 zeros. I don't know. Let's put the price label in this. Okay, to see it more clear. Yes, 0.50213. And right now we might go a bit here, but we might test this level and of course remain in this support and make our 50-day EMA the resistance line, because you can see here this huge bearish scenario where the 50-day EMA is going above the 20-day EMA and the 30-day EMA. We might have the squeeze point here and we might see hitting the 20-day EMA as a resistance, or the 50-day or the 30-day EMA. Right now, after this huge pump up, you can see the 50-day EMA went above and it remains here, and we didn't see, unfortunately for Ankr, we didn't see this point here, this cross where the 50-day EMA could potentially go beyond the 20-day and 30-day EMAs. That's now why we are seeing this consolidation. That's what we needed to do. In 9th April, we needed more of a bullish candle here, and we should progress further, but we're consolidating and making new lower highs, as you can see here along with the trend line. So let's go to Ankr against Bitcoin in the daily frame to tell you what I'm talking about. It's around the same situation with the USD, but we might see an extension after 17th April. We will see about that. The line connecting the dots on the daily frame, where on the daily frame it is kind of the same on the 4-hour frame, but right now the 20-day EMAs, as you can see here, we had this huge distance between the candles. As you can see here, guys, we want these candles here to reach the price. We want the 20-day EMAs, 30-day EMAs and 50-day EMAs to reach the price. We want to lower this high distance right here. Okay, so right now, as you can see, we were forming new lower highs in the daily frame. If we can surpass this line here and go upwards, then we will be fine. If we go downwards again, we might test new support levels around here, for example, and of course here. Okay, not here, guys. Of course, the 50-day MA and the 30-day MA are still catching up the price. The 20-day MA cuts the price as well, and the 30-day MA. I'm always talking about that in the daily frame. We need to see 20-day MAs, 30-day MAs catching up the price. We had somewhat on this here. It still looks bullish according to the distance between the 50-day MA and 30-day MA and the 20-day MA, guys. The 50-day MA is still downside, but we need to see it furthermore for the midterm. Right now, we are talking about the short term. Let's see Ankr against Ethereum. Here, guys, we might see a further going down to this line, till this line around here. Okay, we might see it breaking, going back down, but we might not, we might stay here, but I don't think that's the case. Right now, we might hit a lower point, so you don't want to trade your Ethereum for the Ankr. You don't want to swap, okay, for the moment, of course, right now. The 20-day MA, 30-day MA cuts up the price, the 50-day MA is a bit down, and of course it still looks good, but you can see the angles are turning right here. We want to check where Ankr against Ethereum might go, because as you can see here, guys, we had this form of the Ankr going down here, okay, then going back again, then going back to this moment right here, guys, going back to this top. So right now we want to see if we can test this support level here, which was previously resistance level, as you can see back then in 2019. Okay, we want to maintain this, or we can even go further down, hitting this one support level, and then we will see. Right now, let's go to Ankr against USD in the 4-hourly frame to see what I'm talking about. So right here, guys, what you want to do is, if we break above this resistance line here, making new higher highs, we want to invest here, in my opinion, of course. And if we break down, going further down, we want to invest here. These are the clear buying opportunities. However, if you want to put some money, if we go down here, you can put little money. In my opinion, you can always do your own research, of course, and put whatever you like. You might want to invest for the long term, which is absolutely fine, but here we are talking about the short term. And right now you can see here we are getting close to a squeeze point where if we see the price going up, it will be very good scenario, but if we see the price from here going down, we might retest this level here, or might retest even further down situation. So right now we need to wait, to be patient and see. You can see here the 50-day MAs are switching lanes between each other. 50-day MA is going down, the 20-day MA and the 30-day MA, then upwards and downwards and upwards. You can see here on the screen, and right now we are going in the in this level. If we can maintain this support, this bottom trending line, if we can maintain there and go into this line, then it's all good. Then we might actually do something like this. But if we don't and we go downwards, we will be retesting this support level. You might want to put some money in the 0.14 around there, 0.14 cents. You might don't, but for me these are the clear buying opportunities with the lower risk, because I want you guys to have lower risk and high rewards. I don't want you to have a high risk, because most of us, including me of course, are panicking when we invest somewhere with high risk, and then if we see a drop down, then we say, oh, we are at a loss, I need to sell now in order not to have so much loss. And of course, after you invest into something else, then you lose their money again, and the same is happening. So right now we need to be sure about the short term. So let's wait here for the squeeze point. I will update you guys, of course, and we are still maintaining these top and bottom lines I've always talked about. So right now, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. I will be updating if you want for Ankr, and of course, stay safe.